Hey, welcome! Have you ever looked at a Japanese calendar and just felt completely lost? You're not alone. It's this really fascinating system, but with all its unique names for different days, it can feel a little intimidating. But don't you worry, because today we are going to crack it wide open together.
So let's just dive right into the big question, the one that trips everyone up at first. You probably know that one is ichi and day is nichi. So logically, the first of the month should be ichi-nichi, right? Makes sense. But nope, it's suitachi. So why is that? Well, that's the puzzle we're about to solve.
Here's the trick. You gotta stop thinking of it as a long list of random words to memorize. Instead, think of it like a secret code. And, like any code, once you learn the rules and see the patterns, it all starts to click. It's actually way simpler than it looks. And we're going to crack this code in 3 super simple parts. First, we'll get the core vocabulary down. These are the essential keys to the whole thing. Then we'll put it into action and practice with a real schedule so you can see how it works. And after that, well, it's your turn. So, you ready to become a calendar code breaker? Let's do it. All right, first things first. We're starting with the most important part of the entire system, the first 10 days of the month. I'm not kidding, these are the most unique ones, and once you get the hang of these, you've basically conquered the biggest challenge. Okay, so this is the part you really want to lock in. Let's just run through them together. The first is tsutachi. The second is futsuka. Third, mikka. Fourth, yoka. The fifth, itsuka. Sixth, meika. Seventh, neneka. Eighth, yoka. Ninth is kokanoka. And finally, the 10th is toka. And that's it. Seriously, that's the heavy lifting right there. Once you get comfortable with those first 10, you are way more than halfway to understanding the entire month. You've just learned the most irregular part of the code. The rest is going to feel like a breeze. So you've got the first 10 under your belt. Awesome. Now let's look at the final pieces of this puzzle. There are just a couple more special days, or quirks, and then a super simple rule that takes care of pretty much everything else. Outside of those first 10, you really only have to worry about 3, just 3, other special days. You've got the 14th, which is Juyoka, the 20th, Hatsuka, that one's totally unique, and the 24th, which is Nijuyoka. That's all.
Now check this out, because there's actually a cool little pattern hidden here. Did you catch it? The 4th is Yoka, the 14th is Juyoka, and the 24th is Nijuyoka. They all have that special yoka ending, see? Even the exceptions kind of follow a rule.
And now for the big reveal, the best part. For basically every other day of the month, it's the super simple system you were probably expecting from the start. You just take the number and add nichi to the end. That's it. So the 11th is just Ju-ichi Nichi. The 31st, San-Juichi Nichi. So simple, right? It's a huge relief. So let's just break that down one more time. The whole code is basically this. You have 13 special readings to know. That's the first 10 days, plus the 14th, 20th, and 24th. Every single other day just follows that beautiful, easy, number plus Nichi rule. And voila, there it is. The entire system laid out right in front of you. You can see all the special days highlighted. You can officially read an entire month on a Japanese calendar. The code is cracked. Okay, knowing a theory is great, but let's put it into practice, right? It's one thing to see it on a list, but it's a whole other thing to actually use it. So let's put your new code-breaking skills to the test with a real schedule. So what you're looking at here is a sample schedule for May, or Gogatsu. Just take a look. We're going to use this calendar to answer a couple of questions and just see how you do navigating it. All right, let's try question 1. What is today's date? If you look at the calendar, kyo, or today, is circled on the 7th. Now you know this one. It's from our foundational 10. What is it? That's right, it's nanoka, hichinichi desu. Okay, let's skip down to question 3. When is your friend's birthday? Looking at the schedule, we can see the birthday is marked on the 20th. Now remember, this is one of our key exceptions. It's not nijunichi, it is hatsuka. Hatsuka desu. You're totally getting this. See what I mean? Once you know the rules, the first 10 and those 3 little quirks, reading a schedule like this starts to feel like second nature. You just successfully decoded real-world Japanese. That's awesome. So what's the big deal? Why does this all matter? Well, it means you now hold the key. This isn't just about reading a chart. It's about being able to make plans, schedule things, and have actual, real conversations with people in Japanese. And to help you get started with that, here are a couple of essential phrases for your conversation toolkit. You can ask someone, "Nani o shimasu ka?" to find out what they're up to on a certain day, and you can use these to start making plans immediately.
You know, a really great way to practice this is with a little challenge. Go plan a party. Find a friend who's also learning, swap your schedules, and use your new skills to find the absolute perfect day to celebrate something. And that's pretty much it. In just a few minutes, you've gone from looking at a confusing chart to holding the key to the whole system. You can read it, you can understand it, and most importantly, you can actually use it to connect with people and make plans. So I guess the only question left is the one you see on the screen. When shall we have a party? Now you actually have the tools to answer that. Thanks so much for joining me.